name is Karen Stentaford, and I am an artist. I work primarily in photography, alternative, and historic processes, exploring ideas of belonging and place and memory. And I also hold the position of assistant professor here at the Pierre Lassonde School of Fine Art at Mount Allison University. I really love working with a view camera. I love working in processes that there's a certain element of predictability, but then I also really love working in ways that are really rooted more in kind of problem solving and chance and so many questions, or like revisiting the question of what happens if. And I think that's where the kind of balance of predictability and chance come together is in alternative processes and historic processes. And that the kind of materiality of photography is of interest to me, and a lot of alternative processes really speak to that, the physicality of photography. And each item or each piece is a unique work. Even if I try and repeat it, there's little shifts that happen. So I really love that. I love that it's handmade, that I'm involved in every step of the process. And the pace is really another thing that draws me in. It's slow. It's very slow ways of working. Sometimes people might think they're a bit labor intensive, but it just is a way of working with materials that make sense to me and ideas that I have. So the idea of stitching, first of all, I really love the sound of it puncturing paper, the needle, whether it's a machine or hand stitching. I like that sound. I like the process. And I was thinking about this, and I think one of the things that makes sense with stitching is, when I was growing up, my mom had a design studio, so sewing things was just a way of bringing materials and ideas together. So I think that that's influenced this approach to bringing parts of images together or different images together and spending time with the work. And I think stitching, there's this kind of reminder of process, and it's not loud in a lot of cases. It's just this kind of reference to how something was made. So not trying to kind of hide that process, but reference it, and oftentimes in relation to the ideas that I have. And it's something that I've just been picking away at, that really hasn't become a main part of my process, but it's just oftentimes it's a way of note keeping, and maybe in a way it's a time for me to reflect on ideas that I have and where I might take them. So really sitting down and spending time with them and looking at different possibilities. What happens when you puncture the surface? Sometimes you can bring attention to details, sometimes you can hide them. And a lot of the alternative processes that I work with, there is this kind of tension between the surface and the information, and I think that's just another way of kind of speaking to the materiality of the images.